Hey guys, welcome back to Tactics Talk with Guido. We're going to change gears a little bit right here, and I'm going to show you how to play the one class in the game that doesn't require a brain. I'm kidding, Arty guys. I love you guys. But I'm using the camera because I'm going to show you how easy it is to play Arty. I'm going to sit here and drink my coffee while I do this review, all right? So we'll get this thing started. I'm kidding again. It's not easy. It's so difficult. All right, so I've been doing 155, 58, French Tier 8 artillery with an autoloader, and only 3 shots. Used to be 4, unfortunately. And I'm doing what I'm doing right here because I am checking for stuff to fall down. I would like to get SA. I can see that there are 3 Arty on the other side, and I would really like to find these guys if I could. I'm showing you Arty. Everybody pretty much knows what I think of Arty. Let's take a minute to hammer this grill right here. I shoot him because he was seen. He's not going to back up very fast. He's very soft, and I let him have it. Guess what? I do hit him, and those experience points are all mine because he's not lit. All right? So I know there's other Arty, like I said, and I'm looking for them to shoot. This is a typical Arty. I'm sorry, I'm looking for them to shoot in between reloads, and I'm currently looking to shoot this T10. Oh, he takes a hit as well. Easy peasy. Poor T10 sitting there, more than likely still tracked, so I let that one fly down range. And now I will move. So I was being a little bit aggressive by not moving earlier. And now I am looking for the tracers, and you will find that there are a couple artillery sitting back here, and I actually don't see it, and I have a big problem. So take a look at what's going on the minimap, and you may have already seen this. I didn't want to bring it up till now, just in case you were seeing it, good on you. But if you haven't seen it, look at the mini-map and figure out what my problem is. All right, I think you know what it is by now. Nobody is up on the hill. So as you look down here in this area, they can come right up and over. And I had a video a while ago, not too long ago, of me in a medium or scout, can't remember which. I came up and over and started lighting guys back here. So I'm going to move my 155-58 away. As I am close now to reload, I stop. I feel safe enough where I am right here because the other guys that are on the railroad tracks haven't been hit. And I can go ahead and lob one in there and wax the grill. And the Chrysler GF is going to hang out right there, not really moving. I'm going to let him have a little love. Wait my 6 seconds. Oh, he's lit again. Outstanding. He thinks he's going to get away. And we're going to one-shot him right here. He's going to die. No, I'm just kidding. But we are going to hit him for another 331. And now I'm going to continue moving. No need to sit out in the middle. I just stopped because I was just about on a reload. And I mention that because people have missions that they want to do the Arty with. You can get the good crew with Arty missions. You can get the 260. You can get the T55, the T28. So unfortunately, all those are required. You see the little airplane wing went right by right there? Unfortunately, they are required or can be required, and there's a tracer. You can see that it actually ended up right about here. So I do like to let people know how to do artillery as good as possible so they can help themselves with their missions. But like I said, I think everybody understands what my thoughts on it are. I missed that tracer during this game. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was kind of staring into the bushes that were right where my cursor was, right where the pipper was, but I knew he was in that area. And one of the other reasons I do that then is look for enemy artillery. So late game, when you're starting to have your tanks get close to the Arty, you know how artillery always steals your kills on them? It's because maybe they've been watching for where the Arty was, and I have a good idea of where to put the cursor so I can be ready to hit them. Obviously, the standard spot for artillery is a good place to look. And you'll note when I took those 2 shots, the first one, you'll notice when it came in, it didn't explode. So that indicates that it actually hit the tank. The second one, you can see that it hit the ground and blew up some dust and stuff. There's that tracer again. It's right there. And there's another one. So now I know there's 2 there. If dust comes up, then you didn't hit the tank or you splashed it. Let's say that. You may have hit it or splashed it, but you didn't directly hit it. I sent that second one in there as well because I was hoping he was tracked. I don't think I actually did any more damage to him on that one, though. Now I'm just waiting, but you can note then as soon as I'm about reloaded, I will move my tank. So let's talk about that for just a second. For you Arty guys who are trying to maximize the amount of damage and shots that you can get, look for the enemy tracers in between reloads, but then pick a time, and I use about 10 to 15 seconds until the end of the reload to move your aim to tanks so that you can then start sending rounds downrange. The key is to be ready to fire pretty much as you are reloaded so that you can start the whole process again. Does that happen every time? It doesn't happen every time, but that's what you're trying to get to. And you'll see that I'm just about ready, and I'm gonna, do I shoot? I don't think I shoot here because I don't see him. That was just a little too long. You know, you've ever heard of a stale green light or a stale red light? A stale green light when you're driving means you roll up on it and it's been green for a while and you didn't actually see it turn green. So that's kind of a stale dark, meaning that it was just a little too long for me to try to shoot it in there because I really wasn't sure where it was going to be. And this thing doesn't splash very much either, so that's something to think about. All right, I move around a little bit just in case the enemy artillery is looking for me there. That is the tee up from one of the other artilleries. There he is. Hello, friend. Put one onto him. Ah, so we're a little behind him. That was not really the greatest shot right there. So things to do to maximize when you're trying to do the B-top damage or B-top experience or whatever type missions with artillery. Hitting dark tanks, that's all your experience. So that's a great way to do it, hitting dark tanks. So if it's somebody who's camping and goes dark, take advantage of any guides that get lit up on the cap who are AFK. Just put the cursor right where that dude was and just fire away. I hate to say that because it's probably not helping the team out that much, but you're trying to get missions done. So I'm just giving you some tactics and techniques to do that. It would have been really nice to have been reloaded right here. Unfortunately, I'm not. And so I just go start looking for these guys. I have such a long wait, I can easily shift back over there if I have to. Taking a bit of a chance, but I really don't have anywhere to go. If I started moving, I might have been lit by those guys. Unfortunately, the M53 ends those guys, and the Sturv gets the other one. And now I'm just kind of looking at this point. There's only been 2 of what's left lit. 3 of them are artillery, and 1 of them is a tank. So that scout is out there somewhere. I believe it was a scout. Is that right? Yeah, the T-49 hasn't been seen yet. So he's bushed up somewhere. We know where the T-10 is. The other one's on the hill, or last seen. Oops, nope, not on the hill. He's way over there. And that's a good move on his part. He's going to start lighting guys. So I'm just going to bring my cursor over here. He's on the backside. The backside is always hard to use. I don't actually use the oblique view very much. I'll just take that shot in there, and I'm trying to track him. Unfortunately, if I did track him, he fixed it, or I didn't quite track him. I don't use the oblique view very much because it's just not that good. Not as good as the mod was. Kind of difficult to use. But people can make good use of it. I'm just sort of looking here, and I'll just... Oops. Thanks, JP2. Thanks for ramming me. Try not to do that to your Arty. Unless you just really don't like them. In which case, I understand. Just kidding. So I'm watching the WZ. Yeah, he's smart. He's tucking up underneath that for a reason. He got tired of me shooting at him. Now I've got one. Oh, there's one. One just shot right there. So I'm going to zoom in. And I actually hit this guy, I believe. No, there we go. I hit this guy, but I don't kill him. Neither one of those guys seems to have moved. And they just countered one of our artilleries. That's good information to consider. When you pay attention to when guys die. All right, so I noticed that in game. I said, "Oh, their M53 just killed ours." Now he may have been spotted by the WZ. That's possible. But if say it happens early when it's not possible you're being spotted, that means they're countering, and that makes it extra important for you to move. Once a guy proves he can counter, definitely move. I would suggest move every time. And now I'm just looking. I know that guy's in here somewhere. Taking a look. Of course, it gives it away, doesn't it? When you start countering and damage them but don't kill them, that can also give it away, especially if they're paying attention, they being the enemy artillery, to what's going on. Oh, there he is. We'll just kill this guy off. You can just go right... Oh, come on! That got me some tracking damage. So I'm up to 2,700 and 1,400 assist. And a whole 177 stunned, which kind of puts the lie to the whole stun thing, to be quite honest. There's the T-49. Way over there. I figured he would die pretty quick, so I don't worry too much about him. We can see this guy's up here. We'll just fire away, see what happens. He dies. That's a bummer. Now we've got one more. Where, oh where would that guy be? Well, I knew there were two on the right side, and I didn't see a third tracer. For a moment, I felt like I might shoot in this little divot. Sometimes they sit there, but I held it, and then there he is. I'll bring my cursor over, and I'm just going to fire away. All right, why did I do it that way? Because I knew with those 3 tanks out there, the medium and 3 TDs, somebody was going to kill him pretty quickly. So I just moved it over, put the cursor right on it, the aim point right on it, and I just fired away. Just see what happens. Because the game groups shots around the center, you actually have a better chance than you really think of hitting somewhere near. So what happens? I hit him, but I didn't kill him, which is one of the problems with the 55, 58. While the splash diameter is bigger now, because the damage is so nerfed, you do not have a lot of splash kill potential, even on other artillery, and that's unfortunate because in the case of counter artery, in the case of counter Arty, that's kind of what you were counting on right there. All right, well, there it is. I just sat there drinking my coffee because, you know, artillery. Just kidding, artillery fans. You guys are awesome. I say that every time, though, don't I? All right, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it, as always, and we will see you.